You think we're weak? That we're nothing? You make me sick. There's just one thing you bastards will just never understand. You can tie us up. You can torture us. You can put us through every hellish trial your sick imaginations can come up with. But you'll never defeat our spirit. No. My sister? Oh, God. All I have to do is betray my own sister, and you will let me go free to fight another day. God damn you! God damn you for forcing me to make this impossible choice! You fail to see what truly makes us human. I'd rather die 1,000 miserable deaths than betray someone I love. My answer is no. And there is nothing you can do to change my mind. All right, you alien scum. Do your worst. I can take it. Ah! What is that? What are you doing?
And cut.
How was that?
That was amazing.
Really? It wasn't like too much?
No way.
Because I felt like maybe I oversold it a little?
You gotta play to the cheap seats, Jaime. That's where the money is.
Rad.
How do we do, Linda? Was that a good one?
Let me check the gate.
You can check the gate on these little Super 8s?
No, actually, the lens doesn't come off, so.
Somebody just wanted to show off all the fancy new crap they learned from the film production books in the library.
I'm just trying to take the craft seriously.
The craft! Jeez Louise.
So, are we good, or what?
Yeah? I mean, it looked great.
How did the blood gag look?
Well,
Linda, you did get the blood gag, didn't you?
I mean, it's really all about how Jaime sells it.
I did really sell it.
Yeah, but did you get any of it in frame?
You kind of see it splash up in Jaime's face a little.
Linda! I told you I wanted a wide close-up that shows off our super cool bloody arm gag and Jaime's face acting, not just an extreme shot of Jaime's face acting.
I was in the moment. I have to be allowed to express my artistic instincts with the camera, too. And there's no such thing as a wide close-up.
Or an extreme shot.
Or face acting. It's just acting.
Does anyone even care that I'm the director?
Of course. Chris, you're the director. But, like, part of the job is working with people you trust, and I trust Linda's judgment on the camera stuff, you know?
Let's just shoot both versions, and then we can see which way works better in the edit. And it'll be my way, because I'm the director. Hold still, let me clean you off.
And we'll get it on this one.
If we don't, you can just make it up to me in my trailer after the shoot. Ugh. Oh, it's like spearmint cough syrup.
Yeah, all my gagging was kind of real.
More
You guys want me to leave?
All right, on your feet, people. Everybody back to 1, We're going again. We are going again. Okay, sound speeds.
Camera speeds.
All right, everybody settle. And hold. And hold. And action.
Fuck, no!
Oh, dude, that is not good.
What do you think you're doing in here?
Oh, hi, Mr. Green.
Sheriff,
Sheriff. Right. Sorry.
how many times have I told you to stay away from this place?
We were just in the middle of a take.
A take.
For our film production.
You can't shoot a movie in here.
But this is where the big climax happens.
This is a condemned steel mill, Mr. Rivera. And you are trespassing. Now, unless you want to spend the night locked up in jail, I suggest you, Miss Castle, and Miss...
Dixie. Ms. Tammy D. Dixie.
Miss Gordon. Miss Christine Gordon. I suggest you immediately vacate the premises. And you do not, under any circumstances, set 1 foot back here in the Cedar Still Mill. Ever.
Oh, man. Sir, we're really sorry. We didn't realize we were doing anything wrong. We'll clear out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jaime, we've got a movie to finish.
I know, but we have to do what the sheriff says. He's the sheriff.
I don't care who he is.
And we're very happy to do whatever the sheriff asks.
And, don't forget to clean up.
Without a working camera or a location, I guess that's it then, huh?
The camera just needs to be fixed. What the hell crawled up his ass?
No, he's not so bad. Usually.
We're not gonna do what he says, right? Really?
We can figure out how to finish the movie when we get back to the garage. All wrapped out, sir.
Now, don't you try and pull any fast ones on me. I'll be watching.
Yes, sir.
What a complete and utter disaster!
Don't be so dramatic.
It's not like we've got a real deadline.
Ugh, who needs a real deadline when every wasted second brings you closer and closer to your ultimate, cosmic, eternal deadline?
Gothic. I like it. Hey, what are these?
Oh, I got those for us all to wear when we shoot. Surprise.
Wait, you guys are both acting. So, it'll just be me?
So you'll be like our ambassador.
Yeah, not a chance.
Whoa, don't open that up. I still haven't taken the film out yet.
I thought it was broken.
Well, yeah, the lens is cracked, but the footage is still good. Unless, you know, you open it.
Whatever.
Got some good stuff today. Glass half full.
Dude, just let me be upset. Doesn't Sheriff Green have anything better to do with his time? Like, go after actual criminals and shit?
Cedar Hills is not exactly a noted hotbed of criminal activity.
That's not entirely true. There was that whole serial killer thing.
Hold up, what now? When was this?
I was just a baby. I don't really know anything about it.
Oh, you're still just a baby.
And you still don't know anything.
Now, be a good little baby and tell me all about this whole serial killer business.
I know some stuff.
Spill it, lady.
For starters, I think that's why Sheriff Green doesn't want us to go in the steel mill.
Oh yeah, that's where it all went down.
So you do know stuff. And you held back, you traitor.
Yeah, because I knew you'd get all like this.
Hell yeah, I would. Linda, tell me about the steel mill killer.
Well, that's where it all ended. But before that, there was a whole string of disappearances. Kidnappings, really. Murders.
So what was this guy's name? Maybe we should write him into the movie.
Oh, I don't know if we...
Frank Stone.
Huh. So Frank Stone was actually killing people in the steel mill? Like, our steel mill? Where we were just shooting like an hour ago?
That's the theory.
Frank was working at the mill, but I think it was on its last legs by then. Probably not a lot of people around. They shut it down right after.
What do you think he was up to? There has to be a reason for him to kill a bunch of people, right?
There was never any kind of confession, so they don't really know for sure.
Someone somewhere's gotta have some idea.
Well, we could always just ask Frank Stone.
Huh?
Crystal ball, Ouija board, what will they say? And Miss BB's hotline, the dead are just a seance away.
Okay.
I called Miss Beebe once. I tried to speak to Mary Shelley, but Miss Beebe thought that was my grandmother, so she kept going on and on about eating enough cabbage soup.
Did you get a recipe?
Oh, damn.
Then again, maybe it's better not to dig up old bones.
If it's ancient history.
People don't really like to talk about it. We do get reporters asking around sometimes. Really rubs people the wrong way.
Once Sam Green became sheriff, that all died down anyway.
Sheriff Green sure seems to care a heck of a lot about this.
Sam Green's the one who took Stone down.
Ah.
Saved a little baby that day, too. Would have been the killer's next victim.
Yeah, he's kind of the town hero.
Huh. Interesting.
Chris, what are you thinking?
You guys have been so helpful answering my questions and all, but sounds like I should probably go right to the source. What?
After today, I don't think Sheriff Green's gonna want to talk to you about anything even remotely related to the mill.
You never know.
Good luck with that.
I guess it doesn't really matter what happened at the mill since we can't finish shooting there with a busted camera.
Hey, why don't we just take the camera to the drugstore and see if we can get it fixed?
So, yeah, the thing is, I kind of spent the rest of the budget on the t-shirts. Unless you know of anybody looking to get into film finance, we're kind of shit out of luck.
Me puedes castigar, papá. No tengo 16 años y ya no vivo en esta casa. What? You want a piece of me too?
Howdy, partner. How's life on the range?
Did he hit his head or something? The hell's wrong with you?
Nothing, sorry.
Why is Dad such a demanding asshole? I came home to help, not do everything. I mean, I'm not a maid. Do I look like a fucking maid? You better not say I look like a fucking maid.
He's just worried about Mom.
Well, like he's worried that as soon as she croaks, I'm out of here. And then he'll have to be his own fucking maid for once in his life.
Geez, Bonnie. That's pretty harsh.
Don't mean it's not true.
Well, maybe you should cut him a little slack, you know? This is hard for him. And me too.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to put your whole life on hold and come all the way home from New York City and suddenly play mom while your own mom is sick.
You're right. I didn't look at it like that. It's not fair for you to have to fill mom's shoes.
No, it's not.
And man, it sucks you had to leave New York.
Yeah?
And you had to put your whole life on hold.
Okay, now I feel like I'm getting played.
What? No.
You're doing that thing where you say back to me all the things I was just complaining about, but when you say them back, you act like you were being such a good listener, and you really get me. Ay, hermanito, like I don't know what you're up to.
Well, we were kind of wondering if you could lend us a couple of bucks.
Money.
We're so close to finishing the movie.
Our camera had a high-speed encounter with the pavement.
How much do you need?
It kind of depends on the damage, so it could be like just a couple of bucks, or it could be more than a couple of bucks, like 20 bucks or 30 bucks or...
You have no idea, do you?
Not really.
So, let's say hypothetically, I help you out. What do I get out of this? You gonna make me a producer or something?
Sure. Of course. Associate producer, Bonnie Rivera.
Associate producer is a bullshit Fago credit.
Linda.
Okay, yeah, I don't really give a shit about having a credit on your movie. So, maybe if you actually have something real to offer?
All right. All right, fine. You can borrow my van all week. What?
Dude, I wouldn't be caught dead in that thing.
Vans are cool. Everybody wants to drive a van.
Nope.
Try again.
If I may offer a suggestion, Jaime, why don't you take over some of Bonnie's chores?
Enticing.
Oh, man.
All of my chores, no complaints.
Yes, ma'am.
Then I think we got a deal.
Wise decision.
Don't try and weasel out of it either. Pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure's all mine. You all right there? You're looking a little, wiggly.
I'm fine. It's just... what is in that fake blood?
I think it's just mint-flavored real blood.
Oh, it did say to avoid any prolonged skin contact. You washed it all off, like, right away, right?
You don't think it's, like, actually poisonous, do you?
It's a horror movie, Jaime. Anyone could go. Anytime! Hopefully there's enough time to fix the camera before they close tonight.
I'm not sure the drugstore clerk will even know how to fix it.
Hey, think positive.
It's not like there's anywhere else in town we could take it.
What?
What about there?
I thought that place was condemned.
Guess they got a new tenant.
Do curiosity shops even repair cameras?
There was a place like that near my grandfather's house. The owner used to tinker with all sorts of old junk. You never know.
I bet they have some rad old junk, too.
Your call, Chris.
Drugstore. I don't want to risk missing our chance.
Are you sure? Curiosity shop does look pretty cool.
We can check it out after.
Fair enough.
So, who's gonna do the honors?
The honors?
Talk to the clerk.
You're afraid to talk to a drugstore clerk?
What? No, I'm just...
You just don't want to haggle, do you?
Hey, I already completely debased myself to get the money from my sister.
is to talk to the big, scary drugstore clerk, but just think about it like acting, which you're great at.
You know how to act too.
Yeah, but people around here actually like you.
I don't know.
That's the secret ingredient for most celebrities. Anybody can act. Well, some people can act, but making people like you is like a superpower.
I am pretty charming.
That's why I love ya. Mwah.
Oh, brother.
Break a leg, you're gonna knock 'em dead.
Okay.
Keep that up, and his head's not gonna fit out the door.
Yeah, got a weird one for you. This camera, it's not pretty. The lens is busted, and I don't know if you guys are able to help with something like that, but we really need to get it fixed.
Man, if this is a bust and we can't finish the movie, fucking tragic.
Yeah. I think if the world's deprived of Murder Mill, there's an outside chance it'll keep turning.
Come on. Linda, what's the deal?
All right, look. Just be straight with me. What's the deal with you and Jaime?
What do you mean?
All that lovey-dovey shit back there. You said, I love you.
So? That's what couples say.
Not after they've only been going out for like 3 weeks.
Fine, then that's what lovers say. Better?
So much worse.
Linda, Jaime is my lover, and you better get used to it.
That word is off limits.
Excuse me, young ladies, but is there something I can help you with?
Oh, hey, you.
Hi, Robert. You quit working at the library?
Ah, those are just volunteer hours. Now you're looking at an honest-to-goodness working stiff.
Oh, income security is a very attractive quality in a man.
So is access to book reservations.
Hey, so, got bad news and good news.
Bad news first, always.
The bad news is they can't fix the camera. Don't you want to hear the good news?
What's the good news?
The good news is Robert Greene's working in the drugstore now.
Ta-da!
We already knew that.
Yeah, for like at least 30 seconds.
Keep up with the times, Jaime.
Gotta keep up.
Curiosity Shop's probably still open if you want to see if they'll fix it.
Yeah, let's head over there.
What's the camera for?
Dude, we're making the most killer horror movie the world's ever seen.
No shit.
Well, we were, until your dad broke our
He
camera.
did what?
It was an accident. We were shooting at the old mill, and he was not pleased.
I'm not surprised. He's always got his eye on that place.
He already kicked us out once. But I don't think there's anything on the planet that's gonna stop our director from finishing her magnum opus.
I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but there's more than one way into that mill.
Oh, really?
If you get the camera situation sorted out, you let me know.
Message received.
Let's just check it out. It's not like we have anything to lose. Come on!
Man, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this place looks like it's been here forever.
And a half.
Maybe you should write it in.
Don't tempt me.
What if the owner's a deranged serial killer who collects wayward teenagers and turns them into antiques?
Then we hit the jackpot.
Check out the wares.
Ooh, cameras!
These look like they've seen better days.
They're not gonna put the best ones in the window. We gotta look inside. Shall we?
If this is a trap, and we're walking right into the lair of the tchotchke chopper, I'm selling you out first chance I get.
Likewise, compadre.
Let's just take a look around and see what we can find.
can you find anything in a place like this?
Getting lost is half the fun.
Maybe nobody's home.
Bummer. Was hoping to show off how good I am at haggling. And again, if we find a camera, we could just walk on out with it.
That's not... I'm not saying we should just steal something.
Yeah, you're right. I guess we can't finish the movie if we all get sent up the river.
I don't think they send people up the river for shoplifting.
Why don't we spread out? Start over there.
So, I've been thinking.
About gothic romance novels?
Yes. But no, about the movie. I think.
I'm glad to see you're all having fun. But if you insist on using my store as a playground, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to take it outside.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Just make sure you put it back where you found it.
Wait, we're just looking for something to replace this?
Oh, I see.
We're making a film, and we broke it.
Got anything that could help us?
With all the cameras in the window, we just thought we'd see.
There was one thing. I'm just not sure I still have it. I'll have to look in my back room for a few moments, if you don't mind waiting.
We don't mind.
I'll just be a minute.
Ten to 1, she brings us a photo camera.
Or a telescope.
Shh. Give her a minute.
Let's see. Could it have been in... No, maybe in this one? Oh, yes. Here you are.
She comes running out straight at us with a giant chainsaw. I'm getting like so bummed out.
You're in luck. A very fine item indeed.
Yes.
Whoa.
May I?
I insist.
It's pretty old. Possible we could make it work, but it's not exactly what we had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you asking for it?
Oh, there's a tiny little price tag on it, but I seem to have forgotten my reading glasses. Why don't you take a look?
$10. Oh, I don't know. It feels a little high for something so old.
It is quite a valuable piece, so I'm afraid I'm unable to lower the price, but perhaps I can sweeten the deal. One of a kind, handmade. It's for luck.
I guess we could use it as a prop. Sure. It's a deal.
Delightful. Thank you very much.
Thanks for finding us a camera.
Oh, it was no trouble at all. It truly is such a joy to see young people so passionate about the arts.
Yeah. Yep, that's us.
I have worn many masks over the centuries. Dr. Augustine Lieber was renowned, professional, and trusted. Frank Stone confided in me, allowed me to unlock his potential during those dark days in the psychiatric ward. And now, a new guise, a new timeline, a new chance. Giving them the camera, I admit, was unfair, even for me. They couldn't know what power they held in their hands, nor what cruelty awaits them in the steel mill. But what true creator wouldn't suffer for their art?
Bad dream?
Ugh. How long was I out? I don't even remember falling asleep.
15, 20 minutes? Seems like it was a pretty intense dream.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm used to it. Wait, what happened to Augustine again?
She left.
Left?
She said she had to do something very urgently in her private reliquary.
Hey, now that we're all awake again, can we forget about Augustine for a minute and talk about the 1,000-foot-long elephant in the room?
Oh.
1,000 feet is the average length of film in a movie.
Oh.
Guess we were all playing it close to the vest before. Huh.
It's not my film. I just worked on it. Didn't direct it. It's not even on my official filmography.
I meant how we were all holding back about our film strips.
Oh. Right.
Whether you take credit for it or not, it's definitely the most infamous project that's associated with you. Cursed film collectors have been unsuccessfully searching for any trace of it for years. And now we are all here, each with our own little slice of a mysterious pie. It's a pretty big deal.
So, all of our film strips, they're part of this movie you and your friends made, Linda?
If they're not fakes, yeah.
Mine's not fake.
And all that stuff you said about it being cursed?
Murderous rages, CIA interrogation, total disassociation with reality. Because it's so rare, only a few people know for sure. So listen, if Augustine wants the only known surviving pieces of it, she's gonna have to pay up.
Why do you think she wants it so bad? I mean, it's not really cursed, right?
I prefer not to dwell on the past. We're here, someone's offering to buy our sections of the film. That is all I'm concerned with right now.
Providence goes a long way towards a successful sale.
So do motives. I don't know about you, but I would very much like to know why Augustine is so desperate to get her hands on this film.
Well, first rule of business is to gather every bit of intel you can on your opponent. And I don't know about you two ladies, but I have been itching to get a little look-see around this big old house of curiosities.
Are we allowed to look around?
What do you say, Director? Want to keep sitting around, or want to peek behind the curtain?
What are you waiting for?
Now this is a real bold statement kind of room, you know what I mean? New Augustine got gash, but not like this kind of gash.
Sounds like you didn't scout your mark as well as you thought.
In business, we don't call them marks.
Hustling is a racket, not a business.
I wouldn't underestimate my scouting skills, if I were you. A lot rattling around up here that could be mutually beneficial.
Why don't you tell me how you know so much about Murder Mill?
I'm a big fan. It's your first credit.
Cut the shit, man.
Okay. You wanna know the truth? When I first heard about it, I didn't believe it was real. But the more I looked into it, the more breadcrumbs I found, and the further I followed the trail, the more fascinated I became. Not just in the film, in the legend. Whether you meant to or not, you created a monster with this movie. Even if it isn't really cursed, the fact that everyone believes it is makes it real.
Believing in something doesn't make it real.
Well, that's why I had to find out for myself. Took me a couple years, but when the opportunity came for me to actually acquire a genuine piece of it, I jumped at the chance.
And just how did you acquire it, exactly?
Hey, just catching up. So, what have you guys found?
Not much. But the night's young.
Not as young as you think. Let's keep looking around. Can't deny this place would make an incredible film location.
Ah, yes. Let's check out the other floors. Good thinking.
Wait, hold on a second.
What?
Before all this goes any further, I need to know how both of you got your pieces of the film.
Well, it's no secret, really. After my mom died a few months ago, I found it when I was going through her stuff.
Maddie, what was your mom's name?
Both, or...?
Was it Bonnie Rivera?
Yeah, How did you know that?
You look just like her.
Did you know my mom?
A long time ago. A whole other lifetime. Her younger brother, Jaime, was one of my closest friends.
Uncle Jaime. I never met him.
I hadn't heard that Bonnie had passed.
Yeah, it was pretty sudden.
Wow. Maddie, it's quite sad. Very touching.
And what about you, Stan? Where'd you get your piece of the film?
Well, now, that is a very good question. And an expensive one, too. But you know what? Since I am such a big fan of your work, I'll give you a little taste, free of charge. I can't tell you who I got it from or why they had it. I will tell you that I acquired it from them completely by the book in a very honorable game of chance.
You won it?
Fair and square.
Who the fuck would be gambling with it? They have no right.
Well, it seems like you're more attached to this little project than what you've been letting on.
You don't just gamble away something like that. Huh. Now that was a curious sound. Looks like practically every room in the house. But where's our host? Wow. Powerful resemblance in Augustine's family. That or Augustine loves cosplay.
Whoa.
Quite a piece. Look at the metalwork.
It's beautiful. Yeah? Now what would you... You sure would get a kick out of this place. And then you'd probably kick me out of this place and keep it all to yourself.
Who are you talking to?
No, I wasn't...
I could hear you.
I was talking to my mom. To Bonnie. I've just felt so, like, empty since she died. Like I'm sleepwalking through a nightmare and I just can't seem to wake up.
It never gets easier when you lose someone. But it does become less suffocating.
I hope so, 'cause sometimes I just feel like I'm going crazy. Like, she really is out there, guiding me, trying to tell me something. That's why I came here. It felt like that's what she wanted me to do. I know you said it had been a really long time, but can you tell me anything about her from when you knew her?
Gosh. Well, she was the most intimidating girl I've ever met. Even after I got to know her. She did everything she wanted to do, and nobody could stop her.
And that sounds like Mom. Any good stories?
Yeah. Yeah, there is something I've been thinking about. I've never told anyone else. It was a long time ago. We were just kids, making a movie. Jaime, Chris, and me. Everything's still so fuzzy about what happened, but there's one thing that always just stuck in my mind. Clear as a bell. That night, we were on our way home from picking up a new camera. We were driving past the Rivera's house. The garage door was wide open, full of light. And the craziest fucking sound you ever heard was just tearing out of there in every direction. And right in the middle of it all was Bonnie. I don't think I've ever seen anyone so completely in tune with themselves. The only thing that mattered was that moment. Nothing else. That was your mom.
Thank you.
Hey guys? Look.
What? I don't see anything.
Ah! There! Right there!
Oh my God, there's someone out there!
I have a feeling Augustine expected something like this might happen. She's got this place wired with enough cameras she could catch a mouse.
Good security probably means we're pretty safe. Right, so... Do you think we should find Augustine? Give her a heads up?
Even if you wanted to tell her, good luck finding her.
She said she was going to her private reliquary. That's a place for artifacts, right?
There's artifacts all over the place.
Right. So, if you were gonna have a private place for extra special, extra valuable artifacts, maybe you'd put them behind a door like that.
You've got a point.
Can't we just knock?
I doubt anything can get through that, including sound.
Which means it might be the safest place to be, whether Augustine's in there or not.
Okay.
What's taking them so long? I thought we were gonna have a production meeting before we shoot. Van's already all loaded up.
I read an article that said girls don't like it when guys get all twisted up about their punctuality. They find it controlling.
What? Why did you need an article to tell you that?
I just thought you might find that information useful.
I'm not trying to control Chris. Just got a lot to do.
Uh-huh.
Hey, right on time!
Time to get cooking. What?
Nothing. Just trying to keep a low profile. Bonnie snooping around.
All right. Is everybody ready to get this production meeting started? We got a big night ahead of us. Guys, I gotta tell you, my mind's going like a million miles an hour right now. Did you know you can get like every newspaper article ever written at the library? It's insane. It's all right there.
No, tell me more.
I've spent like all day looking up every single thing I could find about Frank Stone, the mill, the murders. We are sitting on a freaking gold mine here.
Sounds like a productive day.
And yes, I had some help from my assistant.
I aim to please.
Oh, that reminds me. Now that you are an official member of the team, gotta wear the team jersey.
Wow. This is this is amazing. I'm honored.
You wanna wear the stripes? You gotta earn the rights.
I promise I'll be the best ancillary producer you've ever seen.
Production assistant.
Yeah, totally.
Feast your eyes.
Whoa. Wait, where's Sheriff Green?
Yeah, so Dad's never exactly been stoked about that.
But I thought he got the guy.
Yeah. And Sheriff Kushik took all the credit. People around here knew what was up, but...
Let me see that.
This one's a 10-year retrospective. They go into all sorts of grisly details left out of the press the first time around.
And Dad got a little more credit, too.
This is big deal stuff. We're making our movie in the very same spot it went down. Can't beat that.
Stone's victims were real people. This was a real person.
Yeah? So?
I don't know. It's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to look at their picture.
And this is suddenly now a problem for you?
It's not a problem. It's just a little weird.
You were just like super gung-ho when I got here. What gives, man?
Nothing. I just don't want to, like, exploit any of the victims or whatever.
We're not gonna exploit Stone's victims. I'm just trying to maximize the potential of our main location. That's how you make a good movie.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. We've only got one shot at this.
Yeah. So let's not fuck it up.
Can we help?
Nah, Robert and I'll go through and see if there's any other good places in the mill to shoot. Then we'll head out. Why don't you start with these?
I don't want to talk about it. Well, of course I was there. I'm the watcherman. I'm the what? Me and my good boy Merlin. Such a good boy. We were just minding our... just doing our... Frank Stone was there all along now, wasn't he? And we tried to find him, but that baby... yeah, that little crying little baby... like I told the sheriff, that's right. The sheriff and me, we're heroes. Huh? Don't you know that? Don't you know anything about that? Get out of here! Get out! Come on!
Poor old Mr. Hall. My dad told me he helped him stop Frank Stone, but he was such a drunk, he couldn't get his story straight. And old Sheriff Cusick swooped in and took all the credit.
Damn.
Holt disappeared a few months later. Probably passed out in the riverbed and got washed out to sea.
I didn't want to say anything, but I'm just not a fan of this.
Understandable.
For fall season.
Her whole obsession with Frank Stone
No,
and the
but
murders
it
just
goes into
feels a
the
little
mindset of the workers.
intense.
People were depressed.
Maybe it's because she's not from Cedar Hills, but you know,
At the mill?
Not
those
at
victims
the
could have
mill,
been
but,
any
like,
of us.
people who
Or our
worked there
families.
or got laid off.
But they weren't.
This was a year.
So you don't think it matters either?
I didn't say it didn't matter. I just meant
like a fun place
it
to
happened a
spend
long time
12-hour
ago.
shift.
And
There
Chris
are a
is
couple
excited because
articles
some of the
like this.
locations could work really well for the
Mill was
film.
in serious
Like this one.
decline.
But
Take a look.
Related.
What is all this?
Him. To the
I
way
came
he
up with a
was,
new scene to
or
shoot.
That you wrote?
Why he did
Yeah.
what he did,
Does
or
Chris?
something.
I told Chris about it last night.
expert
Oh,
opinion?
she was into
It's
it?
just a hunch.
We'll shoot it if we have time.
Cool.
This furnace chamber location is perfect. But I wouldn't have known about it without Chris's research.
Murders.
It's pretty
And
rad.
a little before.
I hope we have time to shoot it.
Good thinking.
Thanks. Me too.
Oh, yes!
Huh?
What is...
It's a picture of Frank Stone?
Look at the date.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
This is from before the murders, before they realized it was Frank.
It's about mill operations, kind of a puff piece to drum up interest in new recruits. Hello, what is this?
Look at the caption.
Worker Frank Stone, machine shop.
Bullseye.
Machine shop, huh?
We've got to shoot there. That's it. That's the place.
It's perfect.
So, time to go?
Okay, people. Company move. Time to head on out and shoot the shit out of this thing. Let's go, let's go. Time is money. Let's make a movie.
Now, what were you little ding-dongs working on? Hello. Interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present The Mill.
Yep. There it is.
Oh, you see the creek down there? We follow that, takes us right to the secret entrance.
I don't see it.
That's why it's secret. We don't have to do this.
Yes, we do.
Ready? Oh, careful. First step's a doozy. All right. This way.